Hi guys, it's Marcelo Cantu. First off, if you're currently not subscribed, please subscribe and like this video. I'm gonna be making a lot more videos about my entrepreneurial experience and just business advice in general. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because a lot of average Joes out there will see wealthy people and just can't fathom or think of how they obtain that wealth. Wealthy people will get obsessed with getting assets, whereas the middle class gets obsessed with getting liabilities that they think are assets commonly. Someone that's in the middle class may buy a home that they live in and have a mortgage thinking that it is an asset when in fact it's a liability because they have a mortgage that they have to pay a debt to every month, and that house they're living in is not generating a cash flow every month. So that's the reason it's a liability. Now, what I'm gonna do is talk about the 5 asset classes. We're gonna jump into it. So the first asset class is going to be businesses. See, what wealthy people are very good at doing is buying businesses and leveraging themselves through the business 20 to 1, 30 to 1, and building wealth. For example, if you buy a business or get a business and you have, say, 20 employees working for you, you're leveraging yourself 20 to 1 through that business because you're using all those individuals, 20 employees, all of their time, resources, and money for them to essentially build the business and grow it, which is going to there in return build and grow your wealth. So that's the first asset class, is businesses. Now, the second asset class is going to be real estate. Now, this is very common to see in wealthy people's portfolio is real estate. There's sub-asset categories in real estate. You have residential, which could be single family homes, townhouses, condos, stuff like that. And then you also have multifamily homes. You have commercial property, which consists of shopping center, outlet centers, office buildings. Strategies that the wealthy use to generate income and build their wealth through those sub-asset classes in real estate. First one's going to be buying and holding. They'll find a good deal in the market, a good property, buy it, and then let it appreciate over time and exit out of it and make a profit. The second method is going to be buying and flipping, whereas again, they try to find a good deal or they try to find a distressed property that other people don't want to go in and put in the work and fix it. So they'll obtain that property, renovate it, force appreciate it, make the value go up in price, through the renovations, and then they will either exit out of it for profit or they'll refinance it, get all the money out that they put in for renovating it and acquiring it, and then go and put it in another, real estate venture and just keep repeating that process. The third strategy is going to be the Airbnb. It's a short-term rental. You acquire property, you then put it on a platform like Airbnb, and then you get essentially short-term renters from those platforms, and then they pay you, to stay at those properties for periods of time from, days to months. So those are some of the strategies and some of the sub-asset categories in real estate. The third asset is going to be automobiles. Now, the majority of the time, automobiles are going to be depreciating assets, literally about 99% of the time. But in rare cases, what happens is you have individuals, which are usually extremely wealthy people that have access to these super rare vehicles and then let them appreciate over time and exit out of them. So for example, you have a Shelby 427 Cobra. That vehicle was manufactured and came out about 1966. If you would have bought that car and held onto it now, an original unrestored version of that car will go for about $1 million in today's market. That's essentially from $7,500 to $1 million plus. You're talking about a 13,000% gain. Now, some people are gonna say, hey, that's half a century, 50 years, you're not accounting for inflation. That's true, but that's still gonna be a very, very substantial gain, over a period of time. Now, the fourth asset class is going to be paper assets. So you have stocks, mutual funds, bonds, things of this nature. The wealthy are very fond of these things because they're very liquid, meaning it's easy to convert them to cash. So what wealthy people will do will obtain these paper assets, let them appreciate over time, and then they'll get out of them and get into other paper assets or other assets. So again, they're very fond of these because they're very liquid. Fifth and last asset class is going to be assets that have scarcity. So for example, gold, silver. Gold is accepted universally as a currency. Universally, it has a lot of demand and a lot of value. So what the wealthy does is during hard times, hard financial times, it's common the wealthy will go and put their money in these scarce assets because they know while a lot of other things will depreciate in value, these scarce items won't. Usually they'll hold their value, if not appreciate, during hard financial times, essentially using it as a hedge against inflation. Another new emerging asset in this class is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is essentially a digital currency You can think of it as a digital version of gold. A lot of people currently are putting their money and storing it in Bitcoin itself, especially during these times right now. And so that's something to look into, and that's very exciting. So yeah, guys, these are 5 asset classes that the wealthy uses to, again, obtain their wealth and continue to build it. I'm gonna be making more videos like this because it's something I enjoy. I just want to share my experience and things that I think could be of use to help anybody, start their entrepreneurship journey and also start building their wealth. Do me a favor and comment in this section below of any asset classes you think that are very important as the ones I've mentioned. I know there's more out there, and again, please like and subscribe to this channel as I plan to be giving out more valuable information.